Hello everybody, this is Developer in London. I'm here to explain to you how you can do staking in cryptocurrencies and make some pretty good returns and why it should be a very good strategy to incorporate in our crypto investing. So before we start, I would like to say this is not financial advice. This is purely for educational and entertainment purposes only. So keep that in mind, okay? So that out of the way, I would also love to invite you to subscribe to this channel and hit the like button and the little bell. So that way I have a lot of stuff coming up in the coming weeks and months. And if you do that, you'd end up being the first to be notified of those because a lot of these informations, they're actually very, very time limited because they're only valid for certain times. So it's better for you to be notified immediately. And obviously it helps the channel as well. So I always appreciate anybody who is liking my videos, subscribing and being on the bell list. So with that said, let's get started. So I made a little summary here. So essentially, this is staking is about, it's just getting it's basically blocking a certain amount of cryptocurrencies. Usually they're in pairs of two that would essentially add to the liquidity pool of the providers. Okay, so once you kind of add this liquidity, you get rewarded as a result because you're kind of contributing to the space. So that's where staking comes from. Now there's a whole range of different stakings going on the internet space. This is like your bank interest, So when you put money in your bank, the bank will give you an interest sometimes, but nowadays it's really small. It's like 0.03% per annum or something. So it's kind of marginal. But on the crypto space, it's actually pretty good. They're giving very, very good returns. You could stake dollars, you could like dollar coins, you could stake Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the major coins, some not so major coins. So the process to go through this, there is a process to kind of figure out what's a good staking strategy and how we can ensure we get good solid coins to get into. So I'm going to take you through a list of coins that you could look at, a list of kind of bullet points that you could look at. So how I do the research. So I always look for projects that has good background. So usually like these are like your blue chips of cryptocurrencies. These are companies which has a pretty good track record. They've been around for a bit and they have a very good roadmap ahead. They've got a good team behind them. All of that kind of gives a bit more confidence in investing and locking my money with them. So yeah, as mentioned here, make sure you research the company, what they do, how they do it. And then there's a bit of technical analysis to do as well. So I always check what the price action is currently like. So on the charts and on the supply demand graph, does it still make sense, or is it like really peaked out and I'm going to be getting in too late into the game? And then once the company's been researched, then I would look at the actual sub-industry. Okay, so like cryptocurrency has so many industries. There's NFTs, there's DeFi's, there's metaverse, there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. There's DAOs. So we'd probably need to look at the sub-industry involved and how that sub-industry is doing. And then we'd look at the general consensus on the main industry, which is crypto in this space, and kind of understand what the status is of that. So, and then we'd go another level up and look at the world economy and see like where is the world currently? Is it on an economic downturn, upturn? What's the kind of expected forecast over the coming months and years or the time I want to hold? And then we need to do that for both of the coins involved. So if there's like a pair of coins involved in the staking, we need to look at both of them to kind of really understand what we're getting ourselves into and what's the likelihood of the project growing. So again, we need to like look at the project and understand where it's headed, basically. Any influencer feedbacks is always very helpful. There might be some influencers who's already done some research on these coins, so it's always good to kind of go and have a look what kind of information is out there on the coins. And obviously, last but not least, we need to check and figure out what our exit strategy is before we get started. So before I start staking, I would probably like to know how long I'm going to stake it for and what my plan is with that. Okay, so that's it for this one, and then we're going to do a live walkthrough explaining how the staking works for a particular set of coins that we can look at. Thank you, and see you later on.